Hi, you are welcome once again to my channel. If today is your first time, you are welcome. Please click on the subscribe button to subscribe and join the amazing family. So in today's video, you are going to learn how to make this beautiful bag. So just watch, get your materials ready, and let's get started in today's video. I hope this will be a helpful video for you. So stay glued and let's learn together. So here are the materials we will be needing for this project. We have our beads, our handle, we'll be using scissors as well, our fishing line 0.7, and of course our wooden plate, which is a necessity. So to begin with, take a fishing line you can control, insert it into one of the hole, and pick one bead and cross with the two edges of the fishing line, just as I'm doing. Make sure throughout this project you are able to pull your work very hard so that it will make the bag very firm and stable. Most people always ask this question, so just make sure you pull your thread very hard as you are working. So to continue, open the thread and put one bead on each thread and cross with another bead, making 3 beads you are going to use at this point. Yes. So when you put one bead on each thread and cross with one, you'll be getting something like this. And then what you do is that the thread on your right hand side, you use it to enter the immediate next hole on the plate. Okay, then you pull the thread out, and the next thing you do is that the bead you use to cross them, you are going to come out from the opposite of where the thread is coming from. Okay, I hope you can see very well. And with that, you pull your work very well. Then you realize that what you have done is lying on the plate. Yes, so I'm going to continue this process throughout. So just continue watching carefully and you'll be able to do the same thing. So open the thread again and put one bead on each of the thread and cross with the third bead and pull it down to your plate. So you get something like this. The next thing you do is that take the thread in your right hand side and enter the next hole, the immediate hole, and pull the thread out. And then the bead you use to cross them, you are going to bring the thread out from the opposite direction of where the thread is. So it's going to become something like this. You are going to get something like this. With that, your work will be very firm on the plate. So continue, open your thread, put one bead on each of the thread and cross with the third bead. After crossing with the third bead, pull your work down very hard. Make sure your work is very firm. You pull it very hard. You enter the next hole with your right fishing line. Then you come out from the plate. So after you come out, you enter the bead you used to cross the previous work, right? As I'm doing. And then you bring out the thread from the opposite direction of where the thread is. So it will come out to where it was first. So you are going to repeat this process all around the plate until you make sure that the entire holes on the plate is fully covered with beads. And when we get there, I'll meet you and show you the next process. So as you can see, we are gradually finishing the holes on the plate, right? We are almost done with the holes on the plate. So as I said, when we are done with covering the holes on the plate, I'll meet you and show you the next process. So after you cover, you enter the last holes, there is going to be a space like this. So what you do is that you are going to use only 2 beads. Put one on each thread and cross them with the next bead, which was the first bead we use on this project. You cross the thread from the opposite direction as I'm doing. I hope you can clearly see what I'm doing. So after coming out from the last bead, you are going to get something like this. Yes, this is what we are getting. You realize that your plate is covered fully with beads now. So what I'm doing is that I'm passing the thread through several of the beads, and then I'll tie a knot and cut off the excess thread, and I'll pick a new thread to continue my project. So we are done now. We are going to continue weaving around the whole plate again. Yes, but before that, I'm going to fix the handle on it. So to fix the handle on it, just put the handle on the work and take a new fishing line and enter one of the bead anywhere, okay, and put one bead on each of the thread and cross with one. Yes, and then the next one is you put one bead on each thread again and cross with the third bead as I'm doing. Yes, so the last thing you do is that put one bead on each thread and then you cross with the opposite or directly where you start from the opposite of that same bead on your plate. Yes, so as you can see clearly, that is what I'm doing. So I'm going to do this same thing in 3 of the beads just to secure my handle. So this is 1. So I'm going to do all of them in the same handle. Yeah, so I'm going to pass it through and tie this thread and take another thread and do just close to it, just to make sure that my handle is firmly fixed. So after you tie a knot for your last fixing, you count 6 from the handle at each side, okay? Then you insert your thread in one bead. Yes, you insert new thread in one bead, which will be the 7th one from the handle. Yes, so as you see, I've counted 6. That is what we are going to use as the opening of the bag. So after you counted 6 from one side, the thread on your left hand side, you put 3 beads on it and cross with the third one. Yes, so you'll be getting something like this. And then the thread on your right hand side, use it to enter the next bead on the plate right after the first one you enter and you cross with that 3 beads, you enter the next bead again, and you take the fishing line on your left and put 2 beads on it and cross with the second one. So again, enter the next bead on the plate with the fishing line on your right hand side. You enter the next bead on your plate and pull it very hard. As I said, throughout this whole work, you have to be pulling your work in order for your work to be very firm. And then the thread on your left hand side, you put 2 beads on it and cross with the second one. So you are going to continue this same process until you get to where, when you count 6 from the handle at the other side as well. So just continue watching me, because we have to leave the opening of the bag. We are going to continue this same process all throughout until we will reach where we want to leave for the handle. So continue this process until where you are going to stop to leave as the opening of the bag, and I'll meet you right there, which I'm almost there. So I'm counting 6 from the handle, and I'll make sure I'll end at where after counting the 6. Yeah, so that is what I'm doing, and this is the last one. Yeah, so after that you'll be getting something like this. Yes, this is what you'll be getting. So we are going to do this for the 2 sides of the bag, but I went ahead to do the first one first, so I just continue to do 3 on the other side, and I did 1 on this side. So now we are going to join the 2 sides together. In joining the 2 sides together, you take the thread that is pointing to the top, or the thread on your left hand side, and put 1 bead on it, and then you put that same thread into the next bead on the next plate. Yes, as I've done. And now you pick 1 extra bead to cross the 2 thread. This is going to be our process, or this is going to be our routine until we finish joining this handle, this bag. So you enter the next bead on each side of the bag with each thread, as I'm doing, and then you pick 1 extra bead to cross the 2 thread. So we are going to continue this process until we get to the last bead of the 2 sides. Yes, we are going to continue until we get to the last bead of the 2 sides. So as you can see, I'm almost done with joining the 2 sides together. So after joining the 2 sides together, I'll just pass the thread through several beads and just tie a knot and cut off my excess thread. So that's what I'm doing right now. So after tying a knot and securing my work, our bag is fully and finally ready. Yes, you can rock this bag to party, to evening date, girls outing, and so on and so forth. Yes, I hope you've learned something today. You can also make a living out of this project. Thank you very much for watching. Please follow me on my social media, Facebook and Instagram.